in the book, the character Cody is learning. He's learning from his experiences how he's going to approach each day. Or you talk a little bit in the book about the daily mantra. So in referring to the daily mantra, he's right. That means he has a sentence that he says to himself every morning before he comes to work. He says, "Today I will choose kindness." I think it must help him because there are some real jerks in my class, and Mr. Karenin is always super nice to them. And the weird thing is, a couple of weeks into class, they actually changed. They were nicer to him, and they treated him better than they treated some of the other teachers. Anyway, I think that I'm going to try it, a mantra. Maybe I can say, "Today I will be happy." Nah, because I know I'll have days where I won't be. I need to have the sad days too, and know that that's okay. Today I will accept my feelings. I'll be okay with it if I'm upset or mad, and I'll also be okay with it if I'm having a good day, and I will try not to feel guilty about it. Today I will accept my feelings. That has become my mantra. That word "accept" is in there, and it's so true. Just you have to accept where you are.
Right.
It's a bad day. It's a bad day, and that is okay. It's a good day. That's okay. That's for me. I know we've talked about that a little bit. That's one of the harder things. Is
yes.
How, and as you mentioned it earlier. How can I enjoy a meal? What kind of Can you talk a little bit more about that specific mantra? Today I will accept my feelings.
Absolutely. That's something that I began using too. Was I'm going to let myself be where I am, and I worked through my therapist's last name was Karen, Dr. Karen, and so we talked about not really a mantra, but we talked about how important it is to accept the good things, and that, like I said earlier, oof, boy, that is, I am all over the grief. I am but those good days are part of it too. It's all the journey, all of it. And so it's not fair to go, you know what, you deserve to feel bad. You deserve to be sad. You deserve to be even angry. You deserve that. That's because you failed. Because I didn't. You know what I mean? I need to keep that in mind, that I didn't fail my son. It's okay to accept those days where I'm just really tired and sad, and but to not give myself the other days, the other time, the other moments, because at first he goes, "You're not going to be able to," he had lost a friend to suicide in high school. And he said, "I will never forget the first day that I didn't cry." And I had that day where I didn't cry, and I went to bed that night, and I was like horrified. Horrified. I thought of him. I think of him all the time, but I didn't cry. And I was like, what is wrong with you? How can you, get through a day and not shed a tear because you're never going to see your son again? I was really had to work at not punishing myself. And I think that's where that mantra comes in, is to stop punishing yourself for something that you simply can't control. You can't control somebody else's thinking, And I know I said earlier that sometimes there's nothing you can do. And I didn't mean it like don't try, don't, what I mean is that sometimes, I couldn't get in his head. I couldn't convince him. My nephew at the memorial came up to me and he said, "Aunt Kendra, I have to share something with you." And he struggles himself, and he said, and I've had those moments where I've had very, very dark thinking. And he said, and I want you to know that I was not myself. My brain was lying to me. And I knew people loved me, but I didn't feel like I deserved it. He said, Trevor knew you loved him very much. He knew that. But he just didn't think he was worthy of it, which is like sad, but at the same time, what a gift, you know, like, because the thought that like your loved one felt like you didn't care is horrifying. You know what I mean? But to think that he knew and he felt it, he just couldn't. He was just hurting.
Yeah.
He was ill.
Yeah.
You know, and had to remind myself of that too. He was ill, and his brain was lying to him. Another reason I wrote it from that age is to put things, to break things down in a way that a 13-year-old would understand them, helped me understand them. Sometimes I need to they're complicated.
Yeah.
They're confusing, and to break it down in a way that a child would understand it felt like progress. And it felt like something that would be more beneficial than writing it from an adult perspective.